Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, it's the beginning of the regular season for the Wyoming Valley Conference girls basketball. Pittston area girls coach Kathy Healey joining us right now. Kathy, we got to do your game the other night on the radio against Berwick, and it was a classic, hard-fought affair, and your ladies came out on top.
Yes, thankfully we made a couple fall shots down the stretch, but Berwick played hard. It's always a good matchup with them. They're a very physical team, very good defenders, and like I said, we made a couple fall shots at the end to pull out the game.
And didn't disappoint. The players you thought were going to make plays made them, and then a couple along the way you said, wow, that was impressive effort by a few others. First up, let's talk about Allie Barber. Had a steal at the end of the game, kind of secured it, did it with her defense.
Yes, Allie, like I said before, doesn't get a lot of credit, but she does all the little things that don't show up in the scorebook, and that steal was key for her. I know Jamie Chisdock got a rebound at the end of that game as well, and that usually doesn't show up on the stat sheet either or in the box score, but a lot of kids do a couple little things to turn the game around and in our favor.
And Liz Waleski, she did her part, putting the ball in the bucket. If she had to be inside, she drew some contact. Typical Liz Waleski fashion.
Yes. If Liz isn't hitting her outside shot, she'll get to the rim. She's a smart player. She knows the game, and she knew she had to get to the rim to get to the foul line to give us a chance to win.
And then other players, really impressed with what Marley O'Brien was able to do that game.
How about Marley? She had a breakout game for her. She has all the talent in the world. She just has to believe in herself. We as coaches believe in her, and her teammates believe in her. And I think that that was a confidence builder for her team, her rebounds, her putbacks, her altered shots, her great defense. She just was an amazing player that day in the first half.
Coach, did you talk about your team overall? Out to a really great preseason. Of course, here we are in the regular season early, and things are going well for you. Talk about the completeness of your team and feeling like you have everything you need. Talk about some improvements I'm sure that you'd like to work on between now and when the playoffs start somewhere in February.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things that we need to work on. I think offensive rebounding is a key for us. We need to get to the glass more often and everyone crash the boards. We need to take care of the ball a little bit better. We're a good passing team. I think that anybody on any given night could be our leading scorer. One game we had 20 assists, so that means we share the ball well, and we try to get the ball to the person with a hot hand, but we definitely have a lot room to improve.
These seniors, we talk about them time and time again. They bring so much leadership to the table. It's going to be a tough day one day when it happens. The last game for Liz Waleski, Allie Barber in particular, two that have been there as freshmen.
Definitely. I've been around them since they've been in 7th grade, so I've been coaching at Pittston for 6 years, and they've been in the program for 6 years, and their knowledge of the game and their intense desire to win, they hate to lose at anything, even if it's marbles. The two of them hate to lose, and they work at all the sports that they play. And they're just they talk to me about the game. They give me good suggestions about what we need to do for other teams. They're just two quality players that will absolutely be missed by our program.
A girl like the Ashby girl who's a sophomore, she doesn't shoot a shot like the other night just about the whole game, and then she can hit 2 in a row, the kind of uniqueness you get out of a talented young lady.
Taryn is probably one of the best defenders in the league. She took on Caitlin Lewis up at North Pocono, and Caitlin only had 1 field goal for the day. She ended up with 6 points after she had 4 foul shots at the end because Taryn played great defense on her. But Taryn is also a shooter, and she's a leader on the team, a quiet leader. But Allie saw that she had a hot hand. She hit the first one. She said, "Coach, I'm going to get the ball back to Taryn again." She's hot again. She hit her again, and then Taryn hit another one that was key. So I think she had 6 in a row that game to give us a little leeway and give us a little cushion there.
Kathy, how much different is it for you with the Quad A teams? I mean, Joe Gavio at Hazelton does a great job every year. Paul Appel at Wyoming Valley West has a nice program started there. And, of course, there's going to be some teams in the Lackawanna League that are going to be good. Everybody knows about Wallapapack and so forth. But let's talk about that little change from AAA to Quad A.
I'll tell you what, there's quality teams in AAA, and there's quality teams in Quad A. We scrimmaged Wallapapack. We play Hazelton every year. We play Valley West every year. They're all quality teams. So moving up or staying in AAA, I don't think it's a big difference. They're all just quality teams. Everybody comes to compete every night. They're great coaches. They're great kids. They're great athletes. And just moving up in enrollment doesn't diminish or make a team better. I just think they're all quality teams.
I know you're proud of your assistant coaches there at Pittston area, and it seems like there's a nice following as well. Nice crowds on hand when the Lady Patriots hit the floor.
Definitely a nice crowd. You know as well as I do, winning brings people in. We like to get our fans involved a little bit too. The kids had an idea of getting shirts made and throwing them into the stands, so some of the students will come and try to get some T-shirts. And my assistant coaches are awesome. They have great knowledge of the game. Joe has been with me for a lot of years. He was with me at Wyoming area, and Mark has been coaching. He coached at St. Mary's Assumption in Pittston for over 30 years. So the knowledge of the coaches that surround us, my players, and my players believe in them too, it's the just togetherness of all of us makes a great mix for the kids and the coaching staff.
Well, some savvy seniors and some good underclassmen there at Pittston area. Kathy Healey doing another very nice job coaching this group. Coach, we appreciate your time and look forward to talking to you in the near future.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Pittston area Lady Patriots basketball here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.